Savage 210 bolt. It's going to have been cocked whenever you got it out. Uncock it. And to loosen this back Allen key, it's a good idea to go ahead and put your handle over there. That way you can use the handle as a way to hold it. You may have to take a little, like a dead blow hammer or something to tap on your Allen key. And now I'm just holding this. It's not under pressure because I decocked it. Matter of fact, I've never tried to take one apart without decocking it, so maybe it's not under pressure there either. But there's that screw. There's our handle. See how that goes? Now, on this piece here, you see at the top there is a notch. See that notch? It goes in that notch. Now what you do is let that slide out all the way, and then you can pull your pin here. Try and zoom in a little bit here for us. Go. Now for the rest of this, you've got a pin here. You can pull your actual head loose. You got your extractors and everything there. I don't need to tear this stuff down. I'm not going to do that right now. But we'll just remove that pin. Well, you know what? I'll do it just to show you guys. Pull the pin. And you got a little bit of a spring in there. Show you that spring. That's your spring, washer spring. Now you can see how your extractors are held in there. You've got a couple of pin holes there, and there's your pin heads. So they're definitely going to be driven out from down here, and they would be driven back in the exact same way. Now this stuff's going to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. As far as on disassembling your firing pin, there's a tool for compressing this. Actually, it should actually be here today for me. I've getting it for doing a firing pin spring on the Savage, but it will do Remington and other ones, and this right here unthreads from this. You can use a little spanner on there, or you can use pliers, but really you should use a spanner and put something through there and you'll unscrew this, but that's under a good bit of tension, and you can see I'm squeezing pretty hard and it's barely moving. So You want to be real careful. Take real good care with that. And you know what? As a matter of fact, on this, you may need to hold down here to unthread this instead of there. I've not had this particular one apart yet, so excuse my ignorance on that. But either way, that's the bolt on the Savage 210 12 gauge shotgun. It is rifle barrel slug gun. Probably giving you rhetorical information because I have probably clipped this in with some other stuff, but either way, there it is. This is the reassembly of the Savage 210 bolt. One of the things for your firing pin protrusion from your bolt face, you want to have somewhere from, say, 50 thousandths to 65 thousandths of protrusion. That is the amount that the firing pin sticks out of your bolt face. See, you don't want to have too much. You'll pierce your primers, and you can have all kinds of problems with erosion of your bolt face, tearing up your firing pin, gases back in your faces. But if you don't have enough, you may not light off the, have reliability or have it fire at all. Whenever I disassembled it, I went ahead and measured from the spring cup to the tip of the firing pin with my dial calipers, and I got 1.681. So basically what we've got here, for any of y'all that aren't real familiar with a manual caliper, we will set it here for 1.681. So what we've got here is, try and get it to focus good here. Alright, we've got 1 inch there. Right there's 1 inch. 681. And that ends up coming out, it's written down 1.681. So, if you've got dial calipers, doesn't matter if they're digital or not, you've got a button on the top or a little twist knob on the top, you can lock it down, keep it at that length. So what I'm going to do here is, you can see here I'm a little long. We will adjust on this until the spring cup touches. And that's just going to be a reference point. And then I'll move this little lock washer right into its slots, and that will help that stay where it is. That's just a starting point. So anyways, we've got here is on your bolt face, you have this little spring washer. A good way of thinking about which way the spring washer is going to face towards, you've got an aluminum bolt face. From best I can tell, it's aluminum, and you've got a hardened stainless steel rest of your bolt there. So you want your smooth side going towards the aluminum. That's your rounded areas there. That way it puts the sharper edges going towards the harder material. Now, if you look at your bolt face, I'm holding this. This is the top, this is the bottom. This is where your ejector would go. Of course, these are your extractors. This is the center part of your bolt. What you want to do here, it will line up like this. Top of the bolt face, and there is your cocking hole. Alright, in order to get this through there, what you'll do, to set it down, you want the hole to go up, because your firing pin is going to have to go through there, and just put some pressure down and squeeze it right on through. There we go. Notice I wiggled that up and down just a little bit. Alright. Now that we have that as set generally, we'll go ahead, put our spring over the firing pin there, and I wanted to see if I could run this down by hand here, just to see how strong it is. I've got a tool that I can use for this, but I just wanted to see if it's possible to do it by hand with anything that I've got here. If I can, I'll show you how maybe you guys can do it on your own. Alright, here I got a hole through there and a hole through there. This is softer plastic. I get that right there. I might be able. Yeah, I believe I'll be able to do that. That will fit on there a certain way. Alright, what I've done is I made a little tool here. This washer material was zinc coated, so it was real trashy, and of course I'm TIG welding, so disclaimer for the shitty looking weld. But anyways, I just took a flat washer and I cut it, and then I welded it onto this little clamp here, and I angled it in the same angle as the spring, clamp it down on there, and then now I've got a way to compress the spring. Let me twist it down here, get myself a little bit more choke up on it, so to speak. Alright. Choke up a little more. I think we'll wait on that. Alright, that's on there. Go ahead and compress that spring down. Alright, now the beauty of this, what I've done here is, let me turn where I can see what I'm filming here, is now I could just back this off and swing it, and there I go. If you do something like that, make sure that you can get it out of there. And a key to making something like this, see how the washers here on, see how they've actually got a ledge here and here? You got to have that part there so it can grab onto that spring. Alright, there's that. We're going to check our measurement again here. We are approximately okay. Run this down just a little bit. I'm going to check our protrusion here. $50,000. So we're right at it. I'm going to bust it out just a little bit farther. What I'll do to adjust that, I'm going to put it back in my spring compressor that I've made here. Press it back down. Alright, whenever you bring that down, you have got to make sure you see that clip that's not down in the notch there. I'm going to spin that until I get it in there. There it fell down in. I'm going to just measure here and see where I'm at. Now we are at 171, so I may have gone too far. But let's see. I'll push right there. You see that's out a good bit farther. Now I am at 74, 75, so I am too far. I'm at least 10 thousandths too far. So I'm going to bring it back down. This time I'll wait to show you here. You can see the locking feature in there. Before I do anything, I'm going to check my measurement and see if I need to run the locking feature up or down some. I'm at 622. I might chase this for a little while back and forth. I'm a dumbass, I went the wrong way. We're going to keep on working on this till we get it, and then I'll show you the final product. Alright, well finally, where I'm at now, I am at about 63 thousandths. I'm supposed to be between 50 and 65. I'll call that good. Alright. Throw that over there. Throw a little frog lube in. It's already been treated with frog lube, but I like just for whenever we're doing a little bit of dry practice here to throw that in there. There we go. I forgot the orientation we got here. There we go. I'm not going to put Loctite on this. If I do, I'll probably run a little bit of blue Loctite on it, just a dot. Just a dab. But I'll only do that once I'm sure I'm finished with the entire trigger job and everything. Now I'm going to push in the bolt handle here. See, I've got this laid down. That way I'm not going to get too much leverage out here on it. If I'm pushing on the wrench, I got a little bit more leverage there, and so I'll just push on the bolt handle. And there we go. That is the Savage 210 bolt assembly disassembly. By the time you see this, I will have done this as a separate video from the trigger job. I may or may not include this along with the trigger job, but anyways, if there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. Thanks for watching.